AITA for telling my husband's family that I had an abortion not only because he cheated on me, but also because he was planning to leave me and take my child to his mistress. Sorry this will be long, but I have a lot to process. I, 33F, am married to Jeff, fake name, and we've been together for 5 years. To explain my situation, I think I need to give more context about our relationship. He's 4 years older than me, and we met when I started working at the same company. We started dating, and our connection grew. We moved in together after 8 months, and after our second year, he asked me to get married, and we started planning our future. Although he wanted to start a family, I wanted us to have financial security and a home before thinking about children. After our first year of marriage, I agreed to try for a baby. I never had much desire to be a mother, but I wanted to make my husband happy, and we thought it would be quick and easy, but it wasn't, and the more time passed, the more frustrated we became, especially him. We got checked out, and neither of us had any problems that would prevent us from conceiving. But my husband kept insisting, and I tried to be understanding because it was something he really wanted. His brothers and sister already had families with children, and he was feeling pressured by his parents to start us down that path as well. But there came a point where I spoke to him seriously about the possibility that we might not be able to have children. For my part, I was fine with that because he was my family, and I asked him if it was the same for him. But Jeff didn't take it well and left home that night. Even though I tried to reach him 1,000 times, he didn't answer until the next day. He told me he needed some time to think things over and that he would be at his parents' house. The relief of knowing he was okay didn't last long after reading his message, and I was afraid my marriage was over. For 2 weeks, I waited to hear from him, talking to his mother, with whom I've always had a good relationship, to find out how he was doing. When he returned, his attitude was more serious and cold, but he told me he wanted us to stay together even if we didn't have children. He continued to be an attentive husband, but I felt he was increasingly distant from me, and we spent very little time together. I decided to give him some space because maybe he hadn't fully processed his feelings yet, but the gap between us grew wider and wider. For the next 6 months, he was more distant, canceling dates or fighting over stupid things, until one night when he came home quite drunk and went to bed without saying a word to me, I decided I wasn't going to take it anymore. I shouldn't have done it, but I looked through his phone and what I found devastated me. My husband was cheating on me with a coworker, a woman I knew who was also married. I found texts, pictures, and months of videos of the two of them together. The next day, after he left for work unaware of my condition, I called my best friend, who came to comfort me while I told her everything I had discovered, not knowing what to do. I felt guilty, because I couldn't give him the family he wanted, and that had made him run off with someone else, even though my friend told me 1,000 times that it wasn't my fault, but his for cheating on me. I couldn't face him afterward. I couldn't find the time or the words, and 3 weeks went by like this, and my health was also affected. I vomited often and felt very tired. My husband did notice this, and for the first time in a long time, he showed concern for me, which only made me feel worse. I pushed him away whenever he approached, until one day he surprised me by asking if maybe I was pregnant. I knew it wasn't possible, but he insisted on buying a test and giving it a try. And indeed, I was pregnant.